And now you can see a double rainbow just appeared in the background. Alright guys, how's it going? Hope you're all well. Just start another vlog here now because we're about to go on another road trip. Right now I'm down in Dublin. I stayed at my cousin's house last night and I'm just about to go to Dublin Airport to pick up a campervan with Bunk Campers, and we're going to go on a road trip for the next week. So it's really exciting, can't wait. Something a bit different which I haven't done before. I'm going to pick Laura up as well on the way. It's blue skies outside as well, which is looking pretty good. So if it stays like this weather-wise, we should be in for a good road trip. But yeah, right now it is 11:45, so I need to get packing in the car and go pick Laura up and then head out to the airport for 12 to pick up the campervan. So yeah, follow along and see what we get up to. Let's pick Laura up with her million bags. We're really struggling right now.
My one van life is, not easy.
So we are in Portrush right now. We've been driving all day, so I haven't been able to film. So we just tidied up our stuff, packed away, and now we're trying to get all of the blankets on top. So as you can see, Laura's really struggling in the background. Morning everyone, it is the next day after our first night in the campervan. To be honest, it was quite a good sleep. The wind though, however, I think just because where we parked in Portrush near the ocean, there's a bit of sea breeze coming in, so you're shaking every 10 minutes or so trying to get yourself to actually sleep through it. But we woke up this morning and this is our view for the day. Unreal, isn't it? Great Irish weather. So it is. But no, all jokes aside, we checked the weather and it says it's going to be raining until 9 o'clock, and then even if it's cloudy the rest of the day, they'll sit us down to the ground, so I think it's dry from there afterwards. But yeah, we're going to get up now, cook some breakfast, maybe stay around here for another hour and wait the rain out, and then start our journey. Let's come back here and turn on the gas so we can start using the hob. So because there's a stovetop in the van, we're trying to utilize it as much as possible. So as you can see, I'm making porridge for breakfast. Laura isn't that impressed with it. How's that 5-star? How's your fire?
5-star breakfast.
Your 5-star breakfast.
I mean, it's not bad for being on a frying pan. Missing a toaster.
And then I just went with the healthy option of porridge. It's quite nice actually, so I can't really complain. But
it's not a sly dig, the healthy option.
I have to look after myself. But no, we're noticing little things that we need to go and buy, like toilet roll, kitchen roll, washing up liquid, just little stuff to get there. So before we actually go on the trip now, we're going to get all that there and then wash up, because the dishes and everything are just sitting there at the minute. So it's funny what you pick up along the way of things that you actually need as well. As you can tell, like around us, it is absolutely lashing down. So we've had to change the plan. We're going to reverse our trip. So instead of ending up in the Mourne Mountains area at the end of the week, we're going to go there now because it seems driest, and then make our way up the north coast on Monday, Tuesday, or the end of the week, you know. So yeah, that's where we're going now. We're driving into Kilbroney and then 2 hours down the road towards Newcastle. So wish us luck. Hopefully it'll work out for us.
It's still early as well, so we still have a full day as well.
Right now we're in Newcastle, and we got here maybe like at 1 o'clock, and it's now 1:35. We're driving around trying to find parking, and whenever you come to Newcastle, it's all one-way system, so you can't look around or take a right turn. You have to go the whole way to the bottom to come way back up around the roundabout and come back in again. And this is our 4th time now coming through it again, so this is the one though. I'm feeling very good about it. So finally got parking. We drove around for a good 40 minutes Newcastle trying to find spots. That one spot we just gave up on because we couldn't find the entranceway, but we came here now, finally got a spot, and we're going to get something to eat now. The weather's still foggy and cloudy up in the mountains. We're still debating the hike or not, but we'll get some lunch and then discuss it then and go from there. So we just pulled up to Tollymore Forest and we checked in for the night to get our electric hookup here. It cost, I think it was around £20 altogether, but I just realised I didn't give you a tour of the campervan just yet. So the company is Bunk Campers, and inside you have Laura sampling some of the local local donuts. So this is the tour. You come in, you have your table, lounge area, driver's seats, passenger seat, and they swivel around as well, so you have actually 4 seats around the table. Then up here you have one of the beds, so it pulls down, and then you have the ladder here to climb up at night time. And then on the side here you have a little kitchen area, so you have your 2 stove tops, your sink, and then a little chopping area for all your food and stuff. And here you have the fridge. So I think it's off at the minute. Well, it's on, but it's so cold. And then in here you have your bathroom, your toilet, your sink, and then it's also a shower as well. So the sink, this comes out and hooks up to the top of here, so you can have your shower when your hot water is heated. And then back here, we went for this plot because of the view of the Mourne Mountains. So it's the other bed, and then the doors open up and you look out to this view. So yeah, that's pretty much the tour of our home for the next week. But yeah, as I said before, the weather wasn't great around the Causeway Coast, so we decided to reverse our trip. We were going to start in the Causeway Coast and work our way around Belfast and down around to the Mournes. But obviously now we came straight to the Mournes and we're going to make our way up towards the Causeway Coast throughout the next couple of days. And yeah, looking good so far weather-wise. It's definitely a lot more drier, which is quite good. Don't know what we're going to do this evening. Probably stay local around Tollymore Forest, do some of those trails, and then maybe do a hike up in the Mournes tomorrow. Right now we are walking around Tollymore Forest Park. We didn't decide to go up the mountain just because it was so cloudy and visibility wasn't that clear, so we just opted for a walk around Tollymore Forest instead. But it's still unreal. You still have the mountains in the background as well. So I don't know how long we're going to go out, maybe an hour or two to get some shots. So right now we're on the way back to the campsite, going back the way we came from the beginning, because it is getting dark now and we're trying to see if we can get any good cloud inversion on the drones facing the Mournes for sunset, because the skies are opening up and there's some blue in it, which we sort of regret now not hiking, but it's always a good sign for tomorrow. So since this morning we've been flat out basically. Haven't done much vlogging to be honest because we had a bit of work to do, and so we're looking for spots around the Mourne Mountains to take some photographs. But now we've ended up in Kilbroney Forest and we're doing the walk up to the big stone and the viewpoint. So it shouldn't be too long, maybe like 30 minutes, not even. But where we were this morning from Tollymore, it's about 45 minutes in the campervan, so it's not overly far from the Mournes. We're up at the big rock here now, as you can see behind me, overlooking all of Carlingford Loch down below. And today we're quite lucky weather-wise because it was raining ever since the beginning of this road trip. Thankfully the rain has stopped and there's some actually views. so we're quite lucky in that respect. But we're going to go on to the viewpoint, which is another 15 minutes I would say through the forest, and the views there are just unreal as well. Same sort of view, but you're out more on the water. So the route we're taking to get into the forestry, I think it's pretty clear. The whole way from the big rock is a trail. Instead of like going down into the forest, you started going upwards and then it levels off and into the forest. And out here is the viewpoint, which overlooks all of Carlingford Loch. Hands around then. So again, Kilbroney Forest is a really nice walk, especially if you're around like Newry or the Mournes area. You don't really want to do a strenuous hike. There was another route that takes maybe an hour and a half to do, which takes you up through the forest, but the one we done today there was nice and short and the viewpoints were unreal. So the plan now is we're going to get food, start cooking some dinner, find a place to set up for the night, camp-wise, and then yeah, shoot a bit more content and edit, I guess. Yeah. So since Kilbroney we've had a lot of work to do behind the scenes, so we haven't been doing much vlogging and travelling about, which is why we started on them smaller trails. But now I feel like the road trip is about to begin, as we have travelled up to the north coast again, and the weather is looking unreal so far. So we're going to start at Mussenden Temple right now and then make our way down the coast, and I think we're set up tonight in the campsite near Ballycastle, just to recharge the batteries and everything in the campsite. So yeah, the road trip starts now. So I've done Mussenden Temple so many times now, but this is Laura's first time, so I'm really looking forward to it. Had to get a wee coffee down below as well. Al's coffee. I remember he's been here for years now, so it's good to see that that's still here. But yeah, we're just walking up here now to, I guess, like the old house remains, and then we're going to walk down towards the temple itself. So we're just taking a stroll through the remains of Downhill to Main, and a little bit of history. It's been here since 1775, and it's one of the first ones built in Ireland, so it's great to see that it's still standing and really in some good condition. Like, so yeah, it's a great wee walk coming down to the temple. Most people, when they come to Mussenden Temple, they just go to the temple itself, as you can see in the background down here. But there's a lot more to explore the whole way up. There's also Bishop Gates, which is on the other side of Downhill to Main. So it's up the other side, so you can start up there and work your way around and loop back around to the car park. So we just finished Mussenden Temple, and it's gotten really busy for a Sunday especially. But yeah, it's one of those places, it's so easy, the trail's right there, it's easy to get around. As soon as you come in, it's £5 to park in the car park, and you can use your mobile app to do that, and then it's pretty much straight on ahead on then. So quite a good one if you're just looking for something to do, quite easy on a Sunday. We've stopped in Portrush to get some food, and outside it's absolutely lashing, so we had a switch. Around here. We're by the ocean, it's beaming down with rain, so we're going to run now, get the food and collect it and come back and eat. So wish us luck. Look there. So we just picked up our food from a place called Kraken, which is in Portrush, and the food is unbelievable. I got their special, I can't remember what it was, Kraken box I think it was called. Laura got the halloumi burger, but it smells good so far. Well needed after that day of rain, so looking forward to it.
Nice.
Morning guys, it is Monday, and as you can see behind me, the sky is blue, the sun is out, and we are really getting into the swing of things now with our road trip. We're just outside Portrush now, and we came to the newly built Magheracross Viewpoint, as you can see here, which overlooks Portrush. But then there's also a second one we're going to here now, which overlooks the Giants Causeway area. So far it's been unreal. Something different I'd say is needed on the Causeway Coast, because people think Causeway Coast is just Giants Causeway, so it's good that there's stuff like this here to do as well. So one thing I would say about this place is to come early if you want to get a good shots, or photographs or videos, you know, because people do come and go and they're trying to get in and out from the boardwalk or the viewpoint. And even still, it's unreal to see, like, such a good site, such a good place. So we just came back into Port Rush to get some breakfast. We went to a place called Shanty, which is right on the pier, and the views, look at it, it's unreal today, as you can see the blue skies. So after this here, we're going to make our way up the Causeway Coast then. So far it's been a good morning, like the viewpoint just set it off to a good start. And if the weather stays like this, we're in for a treat. Next on our list is the Giants Causeway. It's probably the biggest one on the trip, but just to give you an idea of how to park and how much, it costs $13.50 I think it was to park up at the Giants Causeway, but that gets you access to the visitor centre and get your headphones and like the audio tour, I think it is. But we drove about looking for parking because that's all we really needed. To park at the railway station was £8, and then up here it's literally opposite the Giants Causeway, right beside the Toasty van. So it cost £5 to get in here, so we took that because we're just going for a walk really. But yeah, if you just want the cheap parking, I'd recommend coming down here, and it's like a 2-minute walk up the road. Just look at the food there, like it is so good. Can't wait to tuck in. But yeah, one of the benefits of having the camper van is you're able to bring the food back, because it was getting really windy out there and we didn't want to sit outside because it was freezing. So a good benefit, just bring it back and eat in the warmth and comfort. What's the verdict, Laura?
It is delicious.
Worth the hype?
Absolutely.
Which one did you get?
I got, don't make me pronounce it, but I got the normal cheese and then the bonfire hot chocolate. Look at that.
So good. And then I got the number 4. I think the number 3 was the meat special one, but they ran out while we were queuing, so I got number 4 and added salami. Definitely recommend. Pre-COVID, they used to have buses that run up and down every couple of minutes if you wanted to take it, but
you gotta pay for the visitor centre though.
Yeah, it's through the visitor centre, and hence why we're walking down. Tell in the background the waves are crashing. It's really windy, but the waves, like, it mixes, so it does. Every time I come back here, it's unbelievable. The sun's shining, so couldn't pick a better day for us. just past the causeway now, and we're going to do the little trail around the other side of it. So right now we're walking uphill. It's a little bit steep, but it levels off. So the trail goes the whole way around. I'll show you up and round to these red rocks around the side, and the views around there, just looking down the causeway and out to the ocean, is unreal. So it's worth doing as well if you're ever in the area. So this is what I mean about the red rock. It goes the whole way around. It's unreal. And then of course you have your view of the causeway down below. Down the coast. Long way. So we just made up to the viewpoint. We're not going to go any further along the coast just because we have a few more spots we want to hit before the day's out. But it goes the whole way around and up to the north coast. So something different, like that adds on to the Giants Causeway. Definitely recommend come to this spot. And now you can see a double rainbow just appeared in the background. We're now going towards Carrick-a-Rede rope bridge. We just had a bit of a nightmare in the caravan because while we were taking those unreal shots of Wet Rock Beach to the back of the campervan, somehow we lost the keys. And I was convinced, there was this old couple that came to talk to us, and I was convinced that they stole the keys and ran away.
They didn't.
But then we found them in the cupboard because Laura decided to clean up and
Because
didn't
someone left the keys
know where they were.
around.
But we're here now and we have an hour to get to Carrick-a-Rede and the rope bridge done. It's been so long since I've been at the rope bridge. I forgot how long of a walk it is from the car park. Maybe about 20 minutes, but we're here now and the sun's in the background, sunset's going down. Hopefully the plan is to try and get some shots down here while getting back up to the campervan then to watch sunset, so fingers crossed. But either way, the bridge is here, the water's still blue. Unreal end to the day. Below me right here is the bridge. As you can see how much of a drop it is, the water down below. Let me know in the comments if you would cross this bridge. A lot scarier than it looks until you're on it. And there's a big drop down, so it's definitely worth doing along the Causeway Route. Just rather than trying to get back to the campervan here, I just wanted to say that the past couple of days, like the week long we've had the campervan, has been unbelievable. But of course it is Ireland and the weather is unpredictable. And the first couple of days weren't the best. It was very rainy, very cloudy. We were supposed to go hiking, couldn't get them in because there would be no view. But today is the first real day of sunshine all day. So we've been trying to get as much crammed in as possible, which I think we have done. But it's one thing to keep in mind with Ireland travel, you just don't know what way the weather's going to be. However, with the campervan we had the flexibility of driving across the country and reversing our trip to just follow the weather basically. And thankfully it has paid off, so that's one benefit of the campervan. So just keep that in mind if you ever think of travelling the north coast.